What up, 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 everybody, y'all? Please let me know in the comment section if you guys can hear me. I am having to adjust my audio because of the simple fact that my mic went out earlier this morning when I was doing some recording, okay? And today is not the day for my mic to be going out because, honey, I have some filming to do today and I ain't like it. Okay, perfect. Y'all can hear me. Just want to make sure again I'm having some audio issues, but shout out to you all for being here. Happy hump day. Okay. I don't really think that this is the news that we wanted for our hump day. I don't think we wanted it whatsoever. Um Oh, but y'all, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. It is so unfortunate. I'm really angry at this only because it we consistently talk about how the black woman is so the least protected, and here we are with a situation like this that we're literally side-eyeing, and there has been a lot of conspiracy theories. There has been a lot of just people coming up with their own, things based off of the information that we absolutely have. And one of the things for me that I was saying was, since this became something nationally known, like we don't typically get national coverage for our black women or our black people in general, right? But specifically our black women. And to see that this is the news that we got today, like, look, I'm sorry, Nikki P, and I could sound super, super insensitive, but I don't want to hear the mental health bull crap. I don't. Cause we gonna get into it. We're gonna get into why I feel like that's thrown out of the window. And honestly, during the press conference, that was something that was asked. Like, was there any mental health that was involved? And the answer was no. And I gotta hang that theory up. And again, I'll tell you why in a moment. All right. So listen, in case if you guys have been hiding under a rock, all right, we have Miss Carlee Russell. All right. We know that Miss Carlee Russell, um, her story went viral over the weekend. All right. It started on, was it Thursday or Friday night, where she came up missing, stopping on the side of the freeway because she stated that she saw a toddler. All right. And one of the things that just kind of really just got me was the fact that the there was like no Amber Alert, no nothing in regards to the toddler. And today, knowing that the toddler's description was given to the police and they find um nothing of a toddler is so crazy to me. And it just I again, y'all, I wanted this to be a situation where we felt great and is just excited that she was back home. But girl, oh, it's a little heart snatching for me, y'all, because, and I'm sure for a lot of you, especially black women, because these things go on all the time and we don't get any coverage in regards to this. And to think that this made national news, and since you over there googling movies and how is Amberts free, or what age do you have to be to get an Ambler out? It felt it just it's y'all, it's tugging in my heart. I got to be honest about it. All right, but I want to speak to everybody before we get into everything, and then we'll go from there. Okay, what's going on, Simply Elegant One? What's going on, Mia? What's going on, Baby Girl 1981? Welcome, Mia and Baby Girl 1981 as our new mods. Shout out to the mods in the chat. Hey, shout out to the mods in the chat. Miss Chrislyn, Miss Shalika, and Miss Kiana. Shout out to y'all. I do see y'all here in the chat. Um, Thank y'all so much for being here. What's up, Aunt Natty? What's going on, Gigi? What's going on, Kita? What's going on, Cynthia? Let's see who else is up here. Miss Beth, how are you? Famika Capricorn, happy hump day to you. Um, Chi-Town, what's up? It is embarrassing. It really is. What's up, Nikki P? What's up? What's up? What's up, Gabby? What's up, Prosperity? Thick girl 40 is in the house. Let's see who else is in here. Miss Kiana, Miss Demetria, Miss Alicia, how are you? How are you? You know what, Alicia? I don't blame them for being mad. I don't blame them for being mad, like at all. What's up, just simply? How are you? How are you? And hey, Miss Sydney, how are you? I just, we're gonna get into it, okay? We're gonna get into it. All right, so you guys know that they had the press conference today, and we went live on Sunday, right? And we went live on the information of the fact that Carlee had returned home that night. Okay, well, actually, what would you consider that Saturday night? Okay, so early Sunday morning we talked about it. We saw overnight, Saturday night leading up to Sunday morning, that she had returned home, and she had returned back home on foot, guys. Okay, return back home on foot. So I'm gonna pull up all of the things, or try to pull up all of the things, because one thing I do want to try to do is reach this with as much facts that we have. Okay. So please understand that all things are alleged. All right. We are giving our opinions, and I think again, a lot of people gonna be angry. All right. And honestly, to be honest with y'all, I'm gonna let y'all unleash it today. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and have at it, okay? Because I approached this thing on Sunday like, dang, another one of our black women out here done, trafficking. We're talking about trafficking. I'm trying to choose my words a little careful. We're talking about trafficking here, and a black lady getting national coverage, and here we are. Like, I just, y'all, I'm at a loss for words. And here's what I will also open this up by saying as well. I also say this. Hey, Ebony, how are you? Um, Update on my knee. Doctor has to uh, physical, and they have to get a referral to uh orthopedic hospital to get an MRI to see what's causing the swelling. Well, honey, we are most definitely continue to keep you in prayer for your knee, Gabby. Most definitely keeping you in prayer, okay? Because I can imagine how that pain is. So most definitely keeping you lifted. And hope you get well. What's going on, Megan? How are you? How are you? How are you? Okay. So again, remember, everything is alleged, and we're just kind of really just doing our commentary on this, and go from there. Okay. Our community always says that they never look for black women. Then it looks like she faked it. Yeah. That's the part that has me literally over here. Y'all just don't understand. I'm literally over here shivering. Um, because y'all know this, let me just be truthfully honest with y'all. I use this platform, and I said this on Sunday. I try to use this platform. If I'm gonna get up here and talk about mess, if I can talk about what's going on in Huntsville, if I can talk about what's going on in Atlanta, I always feel like I can bring light, or bring the public to know what's going on, right? Shanquella Robinson, Rasheem Carter, all of these cases that we needed to talk about, and we needed to be able to get that out. That's the same way that I approach this particular situation. And again, to see it crumble before our eyes, y'all, we just continue. I'm I'm really angry, and I'm trying not to get emotional because I'm really that angry, because y'all, we keep setting ourselves back. We keep setting ourselves back. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there because this type of stuff get to me. Anyway, okay, let's go. Whew, okay. So what I'm gonna do is play a snippet of like the well, I'm gonna play the press conference, okay? And the reason why I'm gonna play the press conference is because we'll be able to get all of the facts from the Hoover Police Station, all right? And you guys know exactly what's going on, okay? So give me just a moment. I'm getting ready to pull up the press conference, and we're gonna get into it. Um. Okay, here we go. Give me just a moment. Oh, I wasn't trying to do that. Let me share my screen and then we'll get into it. And again, the reason why we're going to do the press conference is so that you guys can hear the facts in which the police department lets us know. Okay. And we'll stop and commentate and such. And I'll let you guys see it as well. Hold on, let me remove this thumbnail and we're gonna get right into it. All right, so here we go, y'all.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Frank and Pam Bearfield Training Center. I'm Captain Keith Sescaleba, that's spelled Keithsescaleba, with the Hoover Police Department. Joining me at the podium today will be Hoover Mayor Frank Brocato, spelled Brocato, and Hoover Police Chief Nick Derzis, spelled Derzis. You may also hear from Lieutenant Daniel Lowe, spelled Lowe, of the Hoover Police Investigations Division. Mayor Brocato will make a brief opening statement, and then Chief Derzis will read a prepared statement. After Chief's statement is complete, there will be an opportunity to ask a few questions regarding this investigation. Keep in mind that this is still an ongoing investigation, so there may be some questions that we cannot answer. With that, I will turn it over to Mayor Brocato.
Thank you and good afternoon for you all coming today. You know, 6 days ago, our community learned about the disappearance of Carlee Russell, and it sent fear and pandemonium not just through our city, but the entire state and the nation as well.
Okay, to everybody that is coming in the room, y'all please make sure y'all hit that like button. And what we're doing right now is we're going over the press conference again because they do specifically outline the facts in which have been provided. Because we're not getting anything from the family, and as soon as this press conference is over, I'm really gonna dig into the boyfriend and I'm gonna dig into the parents. And listen, not being insensitive to the parents at all, but I really feel like they should have sat on their rump and not done that interview with ABC. That really itched my buns. Okay. Anyway, let's go.
The media quickly joined us to get the word out about Carlee. Our community sprung into action and they organized search parties, arranged prayer vigils, and they took other steps that I'm not even aware of to help in this situation. The Hoover Police Department quickly rallied multiple partner agencies, stopping at nothing to find Carlee. I'd like to take this time to say thank you first to the Hoover Police Department, our partner agencies, our wonderful community, and to all those that aided in some way in connection with this situation. As the days have gone on and more information has been shared, we know everyone has questions. The Hoover Police Department is known for being very methodical and thorough with their investigations. For that reason, we did not feel comfortable speaking in detail publicly until now. It is important that we.
Okay, so I want to go ahead and say this. Like, a lot of people were stating that they should have held a press conference before. And listen, we totally get it that they have to have time to be able to complete their own investigation. We get it. And the investigation is still ongoing. I think as a community, especially as a community of Black people, since we were able to get national coverage for this, people wanted national questions to be answered, right? Questions of, why is there no Amber Alert out for the baby? Where is the baby? What specifically happened? We had questions, okay? And I think all of the questions were valid. Some, you had conspiracy theorists speaking ahead of things, but I also understood why. I did. So I just wanted to say that, and we're gonna get back into it. Hey, to everyone coming in the chat, please hit that like button. Hey, Miss Alice, how are you? Hey, Sharice. Hey, Jamie, what's going on? Hopefully, I spoke to everyone coming in the room. Hey, Miss Demi, how are you? Miss Ann, Gigi, everybody coming in. Hello, 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 hello. And make sure y'all hit that like button, please. All right, let's go.
We share this information now so that our community can be put at ease. So at this time, I'll turn the microphone over to Hoover Police Chief Nick Dursis. Thank you.
All right, so here is where we are about to get a lot of details. Now I'm going to stop and stop. We're going to commentate as well, because there was a lot of heavy stuff in here, and I understand that this is some people's first time seeing the press conference, and then some people were watching other content creators while it was live. A lot of people were live streaming it, which I felt like was an excellent thing. But that's what we're doing. Okay. All right, let's go.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank everyone for being here today. Besides me stands the team who played a significant role in this investigation. I want to thank our department, members of surrounding local law enforcement agencies, the FBI, Secret Service, United States Marshals, and ALEA for their assistance in this case. We said from the evening of July 13th, our focus would be the safe return of Carlee Russell. That occurred on Saturday, July 15th, approximately 49 hours after she called 911 and disappeared. From that point, our focus has been to determine Carlee's whereabouts during that time and what exactly took place. Let me say up front, this investigation is not over. We're still working this case, and we'll be working this case until we uncover every piece of evidence that helps us account for the 49 hours that Carlee Russell was missing. However, through the public interest, and in some cases, public fear that this story has generated, we owe it to our citizens to tell them the facts that we have uncovered. So I will give you the facts that we know today. On July 13th, at approximately 8:20 p.m., Carlee.
Okay, so this is what I am about to do. Okay, so we are going to hear a timeline. You guys have to pay very close attention to the timeline. Timelines are extremely, extremely interesting. Okay, so I just wanted to say that. All right, let's go.
Left work from a business at the summit. Surveillance video from her place of employment shows Carlee concealed a dark-colored bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items belonging to the business prior to her departure. She ordered food from Taziki's at the Colonnade and traveled there. She then traveled to Target on 280, where she purchased some granola bars and Cheez-Its. From there, she remained in the parking lot at that shopping center until 9:21 p.m. when she drove to I-459. Carlee communicated on her cell phone with individuals known to her while on her path of travel up to the point of calling 911 at 9:34 p.m. And at this time, we will play the 911 call in its entirety.
All right. So we've gotten information up until the 911 call. Okay. So we've heard her. Y'all, this is crazy. Girl, what did you do with your Cheez-Its? Okay. I'd like to know. You ate that box of cheese. Was it a package of Cheez-Its? Or was it a robe and toilet tissue, y'all? A robe and toilet tissue. Like, what? She had to eat them snacks. She ate them snacks in that parking lot. Yeah, it was a road for me too. It was a road for me too. The robe and the toilet paper took me completely up out of here. Okay, took me up out of here when I heard that. All right, let's keep going. All right, this is going to be the 911 call that they actually play for us. All right.
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there's just a kid just walking by themselves. Oh, hold on. Where on 459 are you? I'm right next to the exit 10 by the cover bed, like you get off by the cover bed. Okay, so you're before that exit? Yes. Okay, and were you headed southbound or northbound? Like towards that or towards 280? Towards Tuscaloosa. Okay. And was the child on the left or right side? On the right side. Were they walking northbound or southbound? They're walking towards Tuscaloosa. Walking southbound? Or how old do they look? Like a toddler, like maybe like 3 or 4. Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them? Yes. Okay, are you with the child right now? No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though. Do you?
Okay. Y'all. Listen closely because she's given a description of the child, which is very telling to me. Okay. She's definitely about to give a description of the child, again, which is very telling to me because today will let us know that they found no traces or no evidence of any children. Let's keep going. There's no evidence. You didn't offer the child, and no shade when I say this, I ain't trying to be funny. Did you offer the baby a Cheez-It or something to come to? I don't know. I don't know. But let's keep listening.
You mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there? Yeah, sure, yeah. Okay, what kind of car are you in? I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz. Is it a sedan or SUV? SUV. It's a sedan. Sorry. Can you put your hazards on for me? Yeah, they're on. Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them? No. Okay. No. Do they look like they're injured? No, they don't. Are they white, like Hispanic, or Asian? They're white. Okay. Is it male or female? I think it's a boy, a little boy. White male? Okay. So is he wearing clothes? Yes. Okay. What is he wearing? It's a white t-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper. And you don't see any cars anywhere? No, no cars anywhere. Okay. All right. What's your name? My name is Carlee Russell. And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct? No, but I can't really see them that good. Okay, try to keep an eye on them for the best you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them. Okay. All right, and do they have shoes on? No. Not that I can see. I can't really see that. Look. Okay. All right, I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but the officers are on the way, okay? Okay, thanks. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Now, I don't know. Because my thoughts here were, and I get it, maybe dispatch was busy or something and they couldn't really stay on the phone with her, but I would just think that if we're saying that a child is missing and you saying keep an eye, like even that the 911 call gave like I don't know, y'all. That 911 call was a little sketchy to me too. Okay. But let's keep going.
Carlee called a relative after speaking with the 911 operator. She went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. Traffic camera footage was obtained which depicted this portion of the incident, and that footage was analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call and cell phone data to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only report of a child on the interstate, despite numerous vehicles passing through the area at that time. No one has called to report that a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight. 600 yards.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? That's a detail that y'all antennas should really be like, for real though. Let me run that back just a couple seconds.
That a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight. 600 yards.
So while she was on the phone with 911, she's stating that she's traveled 6 football fields down the freeway. Now, we saw that video ourselves, y'all. We saw that video ourselves. They slowed it down. They brightened it up. I don't know that I could 6 whole football fields? Nice one, girl. I mean, because if you even driving slow, you're driving slow with your hazards on. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going.
The Hoover 911 Center received a second call from Carlee's mother stating that a relative was on the phone with her when they heard Carlee scream, and then they had an open phone line. Hoover police.
Okay, now just to clarify, she's stating that after she called the police, and I guess when she got out is when she had a family member on the phone, and they heard, I mean, it was an open, listen, let's keep going.
Officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly. They located Carlee's wig and cell phone in the grass near the vehicle. Her purse was located in the front seat of her vehicle with her Apple Watch in the purse. The food she ordered for Tzatziki's was also in the car. The items she purchased from Target, as well as the items taken from her place of employment, were not in the vehicle, nor were they located anywhere around the scene.
And just to be completely honest here, it would be smart to leave her phone or whatever at the scene because you wouldn't want them to track you or trace you and wherever else that you were at. So that's telling as well. But anyway.
Hoover police deployed all available assets from the point in the search for Carlee. Additional resources were called in to include our own drone unit, crime scene investigators. Numerous detectives responded to the scene. Throughout the day Friday, officers from surrounding local and federal agencies assisted Hoover police in the search for Carlee Russell. Officers returned to the scene on 459 to conduct a thorough line search for evidence. K-9 teams from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department responded to check for any sign of Carlee, the child that she claimed to see, and anything else that could be considered evidence in this case.
Y'all, that's telling. They used K-9s. They used every resource that they had to look. They use resources. They use K-9s. K-9s who are trained that when they smell the sight of a child, that they instantly let, the police or whatever know, with the canine units or whatever. They let them know. Let's keep listening.
Those searches all turned up empty. Private citizens, including search parties organized by our family, friends, began looking everywhere that they could to find any trace. These searches took place throughout the day Friday and again on Saturday, yielding nothing. At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 center receives a call from Carlee's residence stating that she returned home on foot. In subsequent investigations, detectives obtained surveillance footage of Carlee walking down the sidewalk alone prior to arrival at her residence. She was conscious and speaking with paramedics when she was transported to UAB. Detectives were able to obtain a brief statement from her prior to being treated and released. During the statement,
Now, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not sorry when I say this, but I'm just saying, naturally, a person that was taken away, and you realize that you are just like down the street from your home, because clearly you have to know the route to get home. You wasn't hysterically like running and breathing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you wasn't thinking like, let me run and just get away. Like, you don't care that you can't breathe. You trying to run and get away. You stumbling on the front porch trying to hurry up and get in the house. What you telling me? You knocked on the door and that's how you got in? I can't. To me, again, if I've been kidnapped and I have the opportunity to go home, it would be kind of natural to like run and kind of be like, I don't know. Anyway, I think they left that detail out, but anyway, let's go.
she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed.
Okay, here are very important details that you guys need to listen to. Very important details. Let's go.
She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated that the male was with a female.
Listen, and I think we there are people who gonna have their opinions about it, but if they say that they used every resource to sniff around and see that they didn't find any traces of a child, do we know how canines are actually trained to find individuals or even traces of people? They're trained to do this. There was nothing there. Nothing there. Anyway, let's keep going.
However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. Detectives, the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence. During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear in her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107.
Wait, I saw the dogs are used to find deceased people? Really? Really? So when they use them on live people, what that is? That ain't a canine, ain't a dog. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going.
Cash in her right sock. Out of respect for Carlee and her family, detectives did not press for additional information in this interview and made plans to speak with her in detail.
Let's just go ahead and say this: whether it's a canine or German Shepherd, I don't care what it is. They used the resource to clearly come sniff out if there were any traces of a child, and they didn't find anything. I mean, and I think clearly in an investigation, they would find somebody find a dog that could sniff live people and that could also sense deceased as well. Like, come on now, let's kind of this come on now.
After giving her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data included several internet searches in the days leading up to their disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term, "Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert?" was searched.
Y'all, that got me. Why would you need to be Google searching about an Amber Alert? About an Amber Alert? About an Amber Alert? You searching about an Amber Alert? Whew, that got me. What? Then this was days before it happened. So you can't say you were searching for an Amber and for the kid. Can't say that. Because this was a few days before this happened.
On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term, "How to take money from a register without being caught," was searched.
How to take money from a register without being caught. Yeah. What? And we want to say that we want to blame this on mental health. This is why I say, y'all, it's a lot of red flags here. It's a lot of, what's up, Omar? It's a lot of red flags here, and we about to get to that in just a minute too, Omar. You were searching for how to steal out of a register without being caught, though. Now, sis, Carlee.
On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term Birmingham bus station was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th.
And you know what, y'all, that right there made me very curious. And I want to dig into a little bit more of the boyfriend. Okay. because the boyfriend was giving off real weird vibes. Sunday, immediately after the live that we did, the boyfriend then released a statement. To me, now a couple of people were saying that it could have been maybe to the Beyonce concert, and it definitely got people's wheels turning and stuff like that. But then also too, I'm wondering about the boyfriend. The boyfriend was an athlete, and I'm kind of wondering what type of connections. Because why would she want to go to Nashville? Like, why would she want to go to Tennessee? What's there? What was there? So I mean, anything could be true in that moment, but that was something that really just dawned to me. Like, what connections would you have to um to Tennessee? Okay.
At 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term Birmingham bus station was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure.
Did y'all hear that time? 2:35 in the morning? With a departure date of the 13th? You was looking to get out of the city for real, because if you're looking at that time in the morning, that's definitely like a red flag, right? It should be something that dawns on us, like 2:35 in the morning, not a regular time to be looking up no bus tickets or nothing like that. And you're just looking for a one-way ticket, right? And I think it was just searched. I don't think it was I don't think she bought it, but I think about all those things. 2:35 in the morning, you up searching the internet looking for a bus ticket. That means you was trying to get out of Dodge quick. But why? You know what I'm saying? So it's a little strange, and that's why I say I want to make the connections to see about the boyfriend. I think we just got surface level with him, but what ties do she have with Tennessee? You looking for a one-way ticket? How was you gonna get back? How are you gonna get back? So okay, let's go.
Departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted.
So she searched the movie Taken. Wow. So she's searching the movie Taken about an abduction. Let's keep going.
There were 2 searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time. We've asked interview.
That makes me wonder. I think there you're trying to say maybe it could be some type of mental thing going on, but in just a minute they're going to get ready to ask about they're getting ready to ask about mental health, and they say no. So I'm wondering, what state was she in and what exactly was she searching for? I'm pretty sure we'll know after the investigation is over, but I do find that interesting because if they say it's not mental health, what exactly could it be?
You Carlee a second time, but have not been granted that request. As you can see, there are many questions left to be answered, but only Carlee can provide those answers. What we can say is that we've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators, and we have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public safety related to this particular case.
Did y'all hear what he said? Did y'all hear what he said? Did y'all hear what he said? In other words, there's no reason for anybody to fear. You have no reason to fear whatsoever.
Thank you very much.
With that, we'll open the floor for some questions. Please raise your hand and I will call on you. Carol.
Chief, do you expect any charges against Carlee Russell in connection with the disappearance and in connection with what was taken from the Woodhouse spa?
Right now, our focus is to determine those 49 hours, so the investigation continues. So to be perfectly honest with you, that hasn't even entered our mind or been discussed.
One more question. Is it surprising?
She asked about possible charges.
In returning to be questioned?
Well, I think the family has stated to us that they didn't think that in her mental state right now, because of trauma of the incident, that she's not ready to talk, is what we've been told.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, question for Chief. You stated that the abductor had orange hair. Was this abductor black male? Was it female, black female, white female?
I believe it's a white male. Am I correct by saying that? Was it ever? Yeah, white male.
Is this alleged abductor yet on loose in the Hoover area?
Don't believe so.
Yes, ma'am.
Chief Brittany Dion, WBRC. Has a toxicology report been done, and were any drugs or illegal substances found in her system?
We have no report of that.
Is any indication of mental illness in this case?
Okay, y'all, you see what I'm saying? Somebody blatantly asked him, was it mental illness in this case? Now, remember when he said that there were other things that you searched in her phone, that out of respect for her and the family, that he wouldn't say exactly what it was. It's making me wonder. We're saying mental illness, and if he's saying that he's not aware of any mental illness issues, she was definitely searching something else. Or would I be wrong to think that, since he confirmed that there was no mental issues that he was aware of? Okay, let's keep going.
There's been a concern in the community that if this turned out not to be a true story, that the next time a young woman of color was missing, that it might not be taken seriously. How would you respond to that?
I'd respond to say that we investigate every crime to the fullest, just like we have this one.
Was she traveling with anyone? Excuse me. Was she traveling with anyone since the time she disappeared, to your knowledge?
And not to my knowledge.
Chief, I know you said you weren't able to verify a lot of aspects of the story. Where do you think she went, and how would you characterize what happened to her?
You know, that's the $100 question. You know, we pretty much know exactly what took place from the time she left work until she got on the 911 call, and we can see getting out of the car on the interstate from that footage. And after that, I think she only knows. We don't know.
Well, one quick follow-up. Her parents. Did you speak with Carlee's parents? And why do you think it is they were so adamant that there was an abductor?
Yeah, I think parents are believing what their daughter's saying, and we've had a very good rapport with the parents, met with them on several occasions. I've talked to them today a few times, and to make them understand that we're under pressure from our community, not only in our community of the state, but nationally when the story hit. And I just wanted them to understand that today we were going to have a press conference, and what we were going to detail today are facts. And everything that I've told you today is actual facts. It's not innuendos. It's not what I think. It's not what these detectives think. It is the factual information that we have.
Chief, I'll show you officer WBRC. How much time do you think you'll give the family before going back to Carlee for sentencing?
Well, I think our detectives have talked to the parents, and we're ready. We're ready to talk as soon as she's ready. So, you know, she called right now. We're ready.
You had one word to describe what went on. What would that be?
How about unknown? You know, we know the facts that we have. Everything else is unknown at this time.
In the back.
What have the past few days been like for you, your department? This has been a stressful search, hasn't it?
Well, absolutely. And again, the focus of the investigation that Thursday when she went missing, of course, the focus was to get Carlee home. That's what we want all. We wanted her safe and sound, and that's all happened. And then, of course, this has gotten to be not only a local, state story, but a national story. So, it is. It's a lot of stress on everyone in the Hoover Police Department, and the mayor, to every citizen here. We want to know the truth.
As you stand here, are you frustrated?
I wouldn't say I'm frustrated. I mean, I'm very happy that Carlee's home. That was the main ingredient here, and then we'll figure it out. I promise you that we'll end up figuring it out.
Any idea about the number of manpower hours or the expense of the drones and all the rest of the search that might have cost the city and the state and federal government?
Yeah, we haven't had time to consider that, but it's again, these detectives that are here. This is just a small group of people that have been associated with this case. We have put every available resource that we have on this case because we wanted to make sure that we found out everything. We wanted to get her home, and we have.
Mental health problems?
Not that I'm aware of.
Can you just expand on the people from the state, federal resources brought in? What were they doing exactly as you all were searching for her? Can you just expand on that?
Sure. A lot of the from the FBI side, several agents helping us interview. I mean, as you well know, in a case like this, especially when it goes national, we got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calls. And when you get those calls, some of them may just be outlandish, but you got to follow up on them because you never know that you may get that one tidbit. And I'd also say too that we had a great cooperation with the family. The family received hundreds and hundreds of tips, and every time they got a tip, they sent it to us.
Would you say a crime has been committed in this case?
Determine that now.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 Summit Media. Question for Chief. With all of the searches that you mentioned, Chief, that were on Carlee's phone, does that kind of give you an indication of her mind state during this ordeal, 48 hours
Yeah.
that she went missing?
Well, again, we want to talk in facts, and I do think it's highly unusual to the day that someone gets kidnapped, that 7 hours, 8 hours before that they're searching the internet, Googling the movie Taken about an abduction. I find that very, very strange. Yes.
Y'all heard
Do you feel
it.
confident, your investigators feel confident that you know why Carlee Russell may have done this?
No, we do not know. Absolutely not.
Chief, can you explain for us, you mentioned that while I believe you said that Carlee was on the phone with 911, she was traveling 6 football fields, which tells you what?
Which tells me that I've had kids, and I'm sure a lot of people here have, and it's very, very, again, she said it, and I'm not saying it couldn't happen because I've always been one of these guys, you never say never, but 6 football fields. I like athletics, I like football. 6 football fields. To think that a toddler, barefoot, that could be 3 or 4 years old, is going to travel 6 football fields without getting in the roadway, without crying, without any just moving down. It's just very hard for me to understand.
I'm with him. Do y'all hear that? That's 6 football fields. Okay, we're not talking your son's flag football team field. Okay, that open field. Okay, that's not really a football field. We talking about 6 football fields. We talking about Dallas Cowboys Stadium football field. Okay, 6 of those, and the child is walking alongside with you and your hazard lights coming to a stop. That definitely makes me wonder for sure. Let's keep going. It's almost over, y'all.
Chief, have you used any technology to enhance the video from 459? And did you see a man grab her?
We did not see, from what we can tell. We don't see anybody on the interstate other than her car and then someone getting out of her driver's side. We have sent that off to the FBI for enhancement. It has not been returned.
Do you think in this case that charges will be forthcoming towards Carlee Russell, and how serious of a crime is it to?
Did you hear what the reporter asked? The reporter asked, I think the first person asked about charges being brought on the person that could have possibly kidnapped her, considering that they had an actual description of what he could have possibly looked like, right? Well, here she's asked, this reporter is particularly asking if they have any interest on bringing charges against Carlee. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that.
Only fabricated 911 call, but to lie to law enforcement during investigation.
Well, again, that's not something that we've been discussed since we're going through the still investigation. But people have to understand that when someone says something like this, we put every available resource. Everybody comes together from, like I say, state, local, federal. It's just a lot of work, and the gentleman earlier said frustrated. I mean, it is a little frustrating to think that all this has been done and we can't find anything out.
Did anyone see her calling in from the side of the road when she made that 911 call?
No, not to my knowledge.
All right,
So
last
is
question here.
Is this investigation held up until you can speak once again to Carlee Russell?
Well, there's a few things that we're still doing, but obviously we want to talk to Carlee as soon as we can and do an in-depth interview. And at that time, I think we'll have these investigators doing some other things. So
That's all the questions we're going to. Guys coming.
All I'm saying is to clear my name. If I didn't do what the people were accusing me of doing, I would have just called up this person, especially after this conference, this press conference. I would have called this man up and been right on over there having a conversation with them and telling them what really went down. It kind of looks suspicious that you look. I get it, traumatized, right? Traumatized, but also too, in the same token of me being traumatized, I need this person who did this to me, or because she knows that this has gotten national news. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just, it's a lot. Anyway, okay, I'm getting ready to come to y'all comments. Hold up. Let me remove this really quick. And I'm going to come to y'all comments. Okay. All right. Hello to everybody that has just come in and I didn't get an opportunity to speak to you. We are talking about the press conference that was just held about an hour or so ago it was more than an hour ago for Carlee Russell. Okay. And I'm very upset. I really am upset with this because, again, like I said before, my main goal and my thing is protect our Black women. And this right here is so disappointing. It's embarrassing. It's sad. It's pathetic. There are so many thoughts going through my mind with this whole thing, and I just don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. Oh, Tamika Mallory is live right now. Well, Tamika, I might have to cover it after she's I'm embarrassed. Let me tell you why I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed because here's the thing, and I'm not embarrassed, so to speak, for one particular thing. I'm embarrassed because of our Black people. It's an embarrassment to our own people. We don't get national coverage. We don't get people talking about us and sharing us all over Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all of these places. We don't get that. So to get that in this particular situation, and then to figure out that you have literally, from what we see as a it ain't right. And us as Black people, we consistently get we move a half an inch forward, and then it's like boom, And there we go back 25 more steps back to where we just came from. Right? That's the embarrassing part of it. That's the embarrassing part. Like, it's just, that's where I am with it. Okay, that's honestly, I feel disgusted. I feel absolutely disgusted by it. And although people don't shock us, like, yo, do we realize what just happened a few weeks ago when it came to the Supreme Court and all of these different things that is literally going on? Like, y'all, we gotta get it together. And this right here just ain't it for me. This is crazy. Okay, I was trying to go to Tamika's page.
There's so much more that we need to do. And I see somebody said that, her parents knew as well. And I truly, honestly, my gut instincts tell me that that's not the case. I don't believe they knew. One thing we know for sure is that one of the things that sort of affirms that to me is they refused to have a GoFundMe. They said, we don't want a GoFundMe. We just want you to donate your resources to help increase the fee or whatever, the finder's fee or whatever for the missing person, whatever they call it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And so, when I hear that, when I see that, her parents were willing to say, hey, we don't want a dime. We just want, to find our daughter. And I think that's important. And let me just say also, Carlee Russell is 25 years old. And I think back, I was much younger. But I think back to some of the dumb shit that we did. People, to find our daughter. That I think that's important. And let me just say also, Carlee Russell is 25 years old. And I think back, I was much younger. But I think back to some of the dumb shit that we did as young people. Stupid things we did, things that hurt our families, our parents or whatever. I want to make sure that we don't try to lean into something that says that the parents had to be in on some major conspiracy, because I don't believe that that's true. And again, like I said, the fact that her parents were not looking for any money, that they weren't saying, help us and give us money, but they wanted it to go to the whatever, I guess it's the police department. I don't know where the money goes. I've never actually traced that, but I know that when you give money, you can help with the search, and you can also help to increase the number, the amount that is out there for anybody who has information. And I think, from her family's perspective, that was for them not to want any personal money tells me something about the type of people they are. And not for nothing, every single person, I don't care who you are, you could have no family. You could be houseless or unhoused. You could be a prostitute. You could be a stripper. You could be whatever. You could be formerly incarcerated. You could be a person with all kinds of criminal background. You could be all of that. You still deserve, if something like this happens to you, for the world to cry out to see whether or not there's anything that we could do to save you if something like an actual missing person situation takes place. But I know for a fact, just based upon the relationships that this family had and the way they were able to reach out to so many people, that they were not a family that you could sit back and think that, oh, the mama was down with a scheme or whatever. It just doesn't make sense. Just understanding the type of people that we're dealing with here, and whatever the root issues are of whatever Carlee may have been experiencing or whatever happened. Again, all of this is based upon the reports coming out of the police department. Again, I hope she really does get help for it. So that's what I have to say about that. And, again, I'm with you. I think it's Brittany. I really, truly does hate. I do, hate that this has happened. And, and I really hope that we don't allow this to be a way for us to scapegoat for all of us to say that going forward, we got to scrutinize things because we don't have long. Again, 48 hours is no. By the time you find out about it, it probably has been going on for a while because the national media is not about to break a story immediately when a Black girl goes missing. So, a lot of work went into getting this thing on in the press. So, that's my only thing I can say. I don't really have anything else to add. Do I feel bad? No. Do I feel anything? No. Actually, I'm proud of us. I'm proud of what we did. I'm proud of the way we came together. I'm proud of the fact that people were active, that people, the local community was on the ground. They were searching for Carlee. I'm proud of it. And I hope that we continue to do what we've done here in so many different cases. So that's that. And, I guess the only other thing I will say is that, the work continues, y'all, in all types of situations. It's not just missing persons, but we have a plethora of things happening in our community. And I spent the last several days in Louisville, Kentucky, meeting with people around. We went to the concert, which was amazing. It was the best, the most amazing. Just, oh my gosh, the experience. By the way, I've seen Beyonce in concert in the past, and she's amazing in general, just amazing. The woman danced straight for about 2 hours and 30 minutes, 2 hours and 40 minutes, with about 20 minutes of a break, which is cumulative. So all the time that she goes back to get dressed and all of that is about 20 minutes. So she does an amazing show. And the way in which she, really leaned into the city, leaned into the fact that Louisville wasn't a place to just come and put on a show and leave, but instead she was competent in terms of her understanding of what happened in Louisville, Breonna Taylor's family, and making sure that they felt loved, giving us 40 tickets that included her family, that included, so many different people from across the country, protesters. All of us were able to be there together.
Beyonce.
And again,
We do.
Beyonce
We really do. We
leaned
appreciate
into
you,
the
B.
pain. She
But let's
leaned
get back
into the fight.
to
She leaned
Carlee
into the
line,
courage.
girl.
She stood in the middle of an audience after
I'm
she did
sorry,
the
y'all,
Black
but right now I
Parade
don't care about
song, which, by the
what
way,
Beyonce doing for
I'm
Louisville,
in
Kentucky.
Black
I don't care
Parade, my
about that.
little name.
Just
And
being
when
honest.
she came out to
Thank you, B.
the
Let's move
song,
on.
which was an outfit change, a setting
Then
change.
some dummy
And
gonna
when
put
she
the
came
GoFundMe
out,
link in the comment
she
section.
screamed out "Until Freedom," which is my organization name. So that in itself was touching. She did the song. She mentions me. And then
So
she
really, we
stood in the
wasn't
middle of
up
the
here to talk
audience
about
for, I don't know,
Carlee.
over a minute with her fist
We
in
was
the air,
really up here
Black
talking
Power
about
fist in the
Beyonce
air.
concert. I'm sorry,
And the
y'all, but I
people
don't
went
care.
crazy because most of, the people
I
who
don't.
live in Louisville, even people who are not from Louisville,
What that's
know
supposed to
about
do
the
for us right
pain and the
now?
fight and the struggle that has happened around Breonna Taylor and the fact that it still continues. And so we appreciate Beyonce for doing that. But beyond that, we were
Tamika, you just pissed
in
me off,
Louisville,
lady.
and we made sure to have
We get
several
to what B
strategy
doing
meetings
in
on how we're
Louisville,
going to stop
Kentucky.
Daniel Cameron, the current attorney general of Kentucky, who refused to
This
prosecute
seems
those
like a deflection,
officers
sis.
for killing Breonna. And now,
This
of
for
course,
real
the
seems
feds
like
have
a
picked it
deflect.
up.
It
They
seems like
found
something, girl, what?
many illegal things and many crimes committed in the midst of the Breonna Taylor, from the shooting all the way to the
Oh, girl, you gotta go,
investigation and
cause
all the things that have happened
I
after.
want you to shut up. You done made me mad. What Beyonce got to do with this? If Beyonce, listen, shout out to the Renaissance tour, but that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. Nothing. That was very much like a deflection. I ain't like that. I did not like that whatsoever. That was ignorant. That was ignorant for you to get up here. Now, if I stay on these pastors and stuff about talking about Beyonce tickets and stuff like that, Tamika, I'm gonna stay on you. You didn't have to do that. Really? That was ignorant to me. Why can't I be upset? I'm upset because why in the hell are you talking about Beyonce right now? We don't care about no Beyonce right now. Beyonce ain't the topic of discussion. That's why I'm so mad. That was ignorant. Right, Beyonce wasn't abducted. I ain't got no problem with Beyonce. I don't. But this ain't what we talking about. That's why I got mad. We started talking about what's really happening with our black girls, our black women, and you want to talk about Beyonce? Oh, oh, wait. Oh, I don't know about that kid. Oh, we that got me. Oh, that pissed me off. Oh, that just pissed me off for real, y'all. Cause what? Look, okay, here's what I have to say in regards to the parents. This is just my opinion. You can agree to disagree. In regards to that, she did get me activated. I don't why. She ain't got no clue. She was talking about Beyonce. What are clues at talking about Beyonce out of all people right now? Hold up. Um, she on here talking about selling 10,000 t-shirts. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not. I'm not. Maybe somebody else might be streaming Tamika's live, but Tamika just pissed me off. So I'm good. Okay. But here's what I have to say about the parents. In my personal opinion, I feel like the parents should not have done that interview. Okay. I absolutely do, because you didn't give us no information, and I get that's your child, but you didn't give us no information that we hadn't already known, right? Um, Honestly, at this point, we need to hear from her. Why, girl? Why? Why? I want it from her. If as a parent you can't tell us what's going on, then why are we talking to you? I'm sorry. I get it. You going through too. But why are we talking to you? Tamika just got through saying just now before she started talking about Beyonce, and Beyonce tickets to the concert and stuff like that, and all of that stuff. Uh, um, Lord, she done made me lose my train of thought. That pissed me off so bad. Oh, mm, mm, mm. Okay, woosah and get it together. Why the father silent? That could be why. Shalika, that could be definitely why. I agree that the parents should not have done the interview. Yeah, I don't think they should have done the interview because what did y'all say again that we have not heard? I think she mentioned Beyonce because she funds a lot of the work being done behind the scenes to help the organizations help Black women. A lot of people don't know that. Andre, I would appreciate that, but she could have explained that. She could have said that. Otherwise, shut up. We don't care about the Renaissance tour right now. That's just my personal feelings about it. We don't care nothing about Beyonce right now. You should have done another live, schedule another live to talk about Beyonce and what Beyonce over there doing. We appreciate Beyonce. No shade to Beyonce, and I love Beyonce. And don't y'all come for me, Beehive, because I ain't got nothing for you. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I'm saying now. I don't care about Beyonce right now. And if she did help get some resources to help find Carlee, let's talk about that. But girl, it gave very much deflection is what it gave me. I'm just saying. It very much so gave deflection. Right, the interview wasn't needed. Yeah, they didn't do anything. I think they kind of made matters just, I'm not gonna say necessarily worse, but they didn't clear anything. They didn't make anything seem, even talking to them, as believable. You know what I mean? Um, but we need to know, what really happened with Carlee. It just seems like blacks trying to gain off of the situation, wrong road. I don't necessarily. I mean, what? You know why you say that, Sassy? Because I don't necessarily see blacks gaining off of this. I see more of people really asking legit and real questions. And especially with this press conference, folks gonna be asking all kind of questions. Folks gonna lay in the Carlee's tail over the next couple of days. You know what I'm saying? But Chef, she did say that. I don't care about no bees getting me. But she did say that, LOL, you were upset. You missed it. I get why you're upset. I think Tamika was trying to pivot attention to other black women still needing help. Focus on Carlee's hurt them. Yeah, I'm just saying, let's just focus on this one thing. I get it. And we want justice for all of these other women. We absolutely do. But girl, that was a spin that caused you to lose over 1,000 viewers. You had 3,000 people in there. When you start talking about Beyonce, they start leaving in packs. So I wasn't the only one that missed it. There were several people, and even in the comment section, how we get on Beyonce? You know, I just didn't like that. I felt like it was another steer off. I do. Y'all, I get that. I get we talking about Breonna Taylor. I totally get what Beyonce was doing. I get that. Tamika shouldn't have, in my opinion, shouldn't have brought that up in that moment. Let's talk about something else. Did Beyonce do anything with Carlee? Talk about that. You know, that's just how I feel. I mean, listen, I just ugh. they was leaving in packs. Literally, she has what 1,800 people watching her. When we first went in there, she had nearly 4,000 people watching her. People wasn't here for that. Not Beyonce trying to figure out how she ended. I'm just saying again, and no disrespect to B. I like B. Y'all already know what's up. I ain't no beehive or no bee bumblebee or nothing like that. I'm not none of that. But I'm just saying, could we have just focused on what we needed to focus on in that moment? And then we'll talk about them 10,000 shirts that you need to sell for the Breonna Taylor stuff in another live. I'm just saying. Other true injustices of black women have nothing to do with Carlee and her right. That's what I wanted her to more focus on. Focus on everything dealing with Carlee, dealing with the resource. Like, let us know those things. Instead, we're talking about the Renaissance tour when we see a snippet of that posted on Instagram every day. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Beyonce said, "Not me, girl." In my fucking voice. But this is Tamika's. This is Tamika's life, though it may seem calculated. She has to do that. Yeah, she could have done it, but she could have done it in another live too. What would be stopping her from ending that Instagram live and starting a whole nother Instagram live? I think we need to stay on topic. We are here talking about it, and just like, really? No. As far as you know, her. Okay, listen. Let me go ahead and say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. I like Tamika. I don't have no issue with Tamika. I like Beyonce, right? But we have something that we need to be focused on right now. Tamika was one of the first activists to speak out in regards to this. We need to know how you truly feel about this, what exactly is going on in your mind, and stay on topic at hand and leave Beyonce in a Facebook Live. Okay? That's how I feel. That's all I'm saying. And about Beyonce shot. Yeah, I mean, we just saw Tamika at the concert down there, and she all on the hollering and going on and stuff like that. That's why I said, girl, you could have left that out of there. No, I didn't see it. What you say? Hold on. You will never hear her side because it would be self-incriminating. No attorney will ever let her speak publicly unless the parents make a mistake and don't hire a representative. But we haven't heard that. Has the family hired somebody in general? I haven't heard that they hired anybody. That was another thing that was a little red flag for me too. I meant to mention earlier. Okay. I mean, listen, y'all can feel how y'all want to feel. I think for me, again, her role was to actually stay on topic. Why wasn't that her role? Her role is not to stay on topic. I promise you, she could have done that, what she said about Beyonce in another live. That's the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is stay focused. You provided resources to help find her and all of this. Speak on your true thoughts, just like you did about the family in the GoFundMe. Stay on topic. That's all I'm saying. Stay on topic. It just definitely gave me deflection. Find another time to talk about Beyonce. I thought she was gonna say, well, Beyonce said, the family can get free tickets to the next something. You talking about Breonna Taylor and get it. Listen, if one thing about me, when this whole Breonna Taylor thing was going on, I was on it white on rice. I had no YouTube platform, but on all of my social media platforms, I went in for Breonna Taylor. So no disrespect to her either. I just feel like, again, this should have been the main focus. That's all I'm saying. Allegedly, the family lawyered up this morning. They know some charges coming. And the weird thing to me is, y'all waited until this morning to lawyer up. But y'all didn't need no GoFundMe money. So technically, why you didn't lawyer up before you went and done that interview? So Tamika Mallory is an activist. And she led a lot of the marches when it came to Breonna Taylor. And when a couple of other people had unfortunately been unalived, she covered those things, which is an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. But what got me was the fact that she mentioned resources, and then in the next breath, we're talking about Beyonce. Beyonce do a concert for 2.5 hours and only get a 20-minute break. Okay. Okay. I think we know that. Let's talk about something else. So that's where I was with it. Thank you. I'm glad that y'all are agreeing with me on that. I just felt like, again, she should have just stayed on topic. That's it. If you're going to provide the resources, if you're going to be that activist that help, I mean, you had a lot of things to say when it first happened. So to me right now, for you to deflect and then talk about Beyonce was just, it that made me mad. Just being honest. I'm still side-eyeing the parents, especially the mother, because she did most of the talking during the interview. Daddy was too busy trying to keep a straight face. Yeah, that's what a lot of people saying. Yeah, I agree. I do agree, Ebony. I agree. She did her thing. They did their thing when it came to Breonna Taylor. Got locked up. I get it. But let's talk about that in another live, honey. Yes, the truth is all over the father's face, child. Mm-mm. No, we good now. And I think I'm gonna quit repeating myself about it. So I think I've made my point. But why she used God, her mama, wrong? I'm sorry, I was like, no, you could. I had to take a BC powder after all this. Listen, I understand. I totally understand. Well, listen, y'all. I had to just get up here and talk about it. I wanted to show people the press conference who might not have gotten the opportunity to see it. Listen, if through this situation, through this investigation, if there seems to be something that comes out that proves otherwise of what we heard today or anything of that sort, y'all know me. I will be willing to come up here and say, hey, I was wrong, y'all. This is how this really went down. But based off of the information that they've given us so far, this is just my true feelings. This is just my true and authentic feelings about the situation. Okay. Carlee and her wig need to come forward. I feel the same way. I feel like, come on. People can't run from this. Carlee and her family needs to come to the front of the class and explain their work. Ooh, yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. And again, y'all, it's just one of those things where we have, and I think that's another thing that it kind of bothered me, and I hate to bring it back up with the Tamika thing too, is because you are an activist, ma'am. You literally watch us take 2 steps forward, and then something happens, and we get knocked 35 steps back. Like, you've seen this happen, ma'am. So for me, like, that's the big thing. That's like the big thing. We've come too far, and then we get knocked right back down. And this right here, this just ain't it. This ain't it. Folks keep saying that they need to tell what happened. They can't. Now let's figure out what role the boyfriend played, and this with his statement. Yeah, I'm gonna do some digging on the boyfriend, because I want somebody to figure out why was it that she went, why was it that she wanted to go to Tennessee, a one-way ticket that you were looking at 2:35 in the morning. 2:35 in the morning, and you're looking for a one-way ticket to Tennessee, y'all. That does that not seem like to to a normal person that's like I need to get away type of something. Like you trying to get out of Dodge quickly. That's what it seemed like to me. So that's why I say I'm we got to figure out where these Tennessee roots is, who's in Tennessee, what were you looking for in Tennessee? Why did you need a one-way ticket to Tennessee? Mm, and that's why she's not gonna do that. Um, every soundbite Tamika says will be chopped and screwed and used to discredit other black women. Well, hey, let that be what it is. Then I guess I don't know. Yeah, but what day was Beyonce in because according to and here's the thing also too. Um if she was going to a Beyonce concert, she would clearly have to know someone in Nashville, right? Because she's looking for a one-way ticket. They didn't ever say she looked for a round trip ticket. So if she got to the concert, how was she gonna get back home? And also, too, was the concert on Sunday night? Let me look. Mm, I gotta go, y'all, because I got the film here in a minute. Um, so Beyonce was in Tennessee Sunday and Monday. Am I correct? Let's see. Okay, the dates on this. Mhm. Honestly, she would have to do some deep traveling, right, to get to the Beyonce concert. I mean, that could be the case. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. They already done started in on her on Facebook saying she went to see a man in Tennessee. There had to be something that she went to Tennessee for besides Beyonce. Because listen, again, she's got to get back to where she came from. And I don't know, but you could be right. You could honestly be right. Beyonce was here July 15th. I feel she got a room downtown. The bus station is right by the pedestrian bridge. But did she even go to hold on one second. But it wasn't reported that she went. It was just reported that she was looking it up. Am I correct? Hold up. Let me look up this one thing, y'all, and I can give y'all probably about 10 more minutes and then I gotta go. Um, hold on. Let's see here. Okay, realistically, how would she have been able to go to the Beyonce? And this is me speaking realistically. Realistically, how was she able to go to the Beyonce concert if she returned back home on Saturday night at 10:45 p.m.? The concert don't start till late. Yeah, the concert didn't start till late. So I don't think that she went to the if she returned home at 10:45 p.m. on the 15th, which is literally Saturday night. If she returned at 10:45, she didn't have time to Renaissance with Beyonce. No, she did. She wouldn't have had time to Renaissance with Beyonce. Beyonce concerts are when the sun is going down. All of her concerts start in the evening time. How would she have gotten back home that fast? Yeah, so I don't think logically that one would make sense because again, like I said, she returned back home on Saturday night at 10:45 p.m. If the concert started at, let's just say the concert started roughly at 7 o'clock, well, that's just not no quick, easy drive up to the Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the concert doesn't start till late, specifically so that it won't be extremely, extremely hot when Beyonce is performing, which is common sense, right? So my thought would be she couldn't technically go to the concert because how would she have made it back that home fast? I mean, how would she have made it home that fast? Think she turned on the TV, saw her face, realized the block got hot, and she went back home. I don't think she made the concert. I think that was her plan. Hmm. I don't know. Listen, that's what I want to know. What happened to them cheeses and stuff? But she must have ate them in the parking lot. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was just said that she searched for um how to get to, I mean, the one-way ticket to Tennessee. But I'm still, hear me out. My thing here is, even if she did purchase the one-way ticket, let's just say she did purchase the one-way ticket, you would have had to be meeting up with someone or doing like something in Tennessee, because how would you be getting back? Who would you be staying with? Who are you connected with in Tennessee where you wanted to get a one-way ticket to Tennessee? That clearly means you wasn't coming back. You didn't search for, or at least they didn't tell us that you searched for a one-way ticket. I mean, a round trip ticket. Another thing that dawned on me too was when people were saying mental health. He stated that there were some other things that was in the search engine of her phone that he wouldn't release out of respect for her and her family. But then when the people in the press, when the people asked, they said uh um that there was no mental health involved, or at least that he know of. So then that would mean that that it would narrow down the searches, that she didn't search about anything that had to do with mental health. So what was it? You know what I'm saying? So it's so many. Hoover, Alabama is less than 3 hours from here. Well, honey, unless she got superpowers like Jesus. Oh, I just don't see how that could have been, how that made it, but it could be possible. This is about money fundraiser for missing search, lay low, collect money through something. But so listen, and this is today was my first time hearing about a GoFundMe. I don't think I had heard about a GoFundMe. Well, I heard the parents say something about the GoFundMe as far as they didn't want it. But today was my first time hearing about the GoFundMe actually getting money and stuff like that. Who conducted the GoFundMe? Who set it up? Oh, you sure right, Prosperity. They did say that if, because remember at first they said that the lady that was there, she heard the lady's voice, but she couldn't see. But then they said that the lady fed her the cheeses. Sure did, you sure right. Well, I believe she ate half the box in the parking lot, and the other half, uh, uh, the other half, the lady fed her. This case is not about a boyfriend. Who says about a boyfriend? Though, well, we do need to figure out the boyfriend because the boyfriend is moving weird and funny too. He's moving weird and funny. How is it that you just, yeah, the boyfriend knows something. Absolutely. That boyfriend knows something. That boyfriend knows something. I'm convinced of that. I am convinced of that. Yeah, it definitely gave a little bit of attention too. It definitely gave a little bit of attention too. But no, I do think that boyfriend, I think people need to go on and just dig on up in him and figure out what's up with him. Most definitely. Dig on in. Dig on in. Okay, listen, y'all. I gotta go because I got to go film some things. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Listen, if we have any more information, I will be sure to bring it to you guys. Remember, after reporting this on Sunday, I told you guys that I didn't really want to talk about it until there was a press conference, or at least until we had all of the facts that we needed publicly, or that they were giving us publicly. Let me put it that way. Child, what is Candace Owens? That's another person I cannot stand. Is that oh y'all, they is pulling up her old oh my god. They is pulling up her Instagram. They is pulling up her tweets, her old tweets, her old Facebook post. Honey, let me tell you something. This is why I believe that this is a fool. This is why I believe this is a fool. Cause girl, after you see all these people saying and doing all of this kind of stuff, listen, I'm okay with the situation. Now I can talk. Okay. Now you want me to talk? Here I come. I'm on my way. Let's talk. Cause these people gonna lay into her all week long. No, Candace Owens made a post. I saw it on the blogs that she made a post. But now that these celebrities are starting to react to this situation, people are really starting to react to this. So my and this is just speaking from a human standpoint, my human reaction would be like, yo, let's get in front of this. Let's go on and talk to these people, and let's, like, come on. Carlee, sis, I was rooting for you. I was rooting for you, sis. I really was. But if y'all think that they found that old Instagram post or old tweet or whatever it is, y'all think that this is the end of it? It's not. They finna to really lay into her. They about to really lay into her. You just watch what I say. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Please make sure that you hit that like button on this video. And again, remember, we don't have to fall out about our opinions or anything like that. I think we were all, again, wanting to make sure that this young lady was home safe, but then also too, we wasn't expecting for nobody to play in our face. Okay. We wasn't expecting for nobody to play in our face. So again, I hope she come on out and fix this. That's just all I gotta say. All right. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all hit that like button, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Patreons. Those of you that are in Patreon, I have an exclusive announcement. Okay. Stay tuned to your Patreon. It's gonna be late when this drops, probably around midnight, Eastern time. Okay, when I drop this, but make sure you pay attention to Patreon, and you guys are going to be super, super excited to see what I'm going to bring there. And then I have a special announcement for you guys this coming up Saturday in Patreon as well. All right, $3.75 to join Patreon. So get in there while you have the opportunity. And with that being said, y'all, I gotta go, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.